All right. Good morning. Good Tuesday morning, the 23rd, 20 of the 3rd. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Grand rising. Yes. Go live. Yeah. What's happening? Yeah. I had to go to the big cup today. 75 on the sleep score. Big 7-5. Yeah. It's up pretty well. Get back home, back into bed for a week, and then Monday we head out to Houston for the Mach 5 event. So you guys can finally rest knowing that after that I won't be promoting Mach 5. Hop on, tell me how you doing. What's happening today? Tuesday, coming in hot. Aaron Callie is over on Instagram. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, let's hit the comments here and see what's going on Facebook and see who's around. Yeah. What you feed grows, guys. Going to talk about protecting your mindset from negativity today. Good morning, Genevieve. Yeah, what's happening? Good to see you. Saw you on the DSA call yesterday. Had a great one. Mindset Monday. Hadn't planned on doing it, but we had Joni had something pop up, so I jumped on and took it from there. So yeah, pop a comment in the chat. How you doing today on a scale of 1 to 10? See what's happening. Good morning, Danielle. How are you today? What's going on? Yeah, Danielle's joining us at Mach 5. Gonna be fun. Building the beast. Working on world domination. Yeah, what's up, Dave, Howard, Genevieve? Good morning. What are you guys doing? Good to see you. Yeah, we went for a 4-mile walk yesterday after what I call the live or my live. I have to do my live. 9.4 for Aaron. 8.5. Dave, what's up? Do we need to send somebody? Yeah. Good morning, Catherine Thomas. Good to see you. Hey, if you guys don't have one of these yet, get yourself a Plaud, Plaud. Great for just recording calls, conversations, and then I take that transcript and feed it into Chat GPT and get a nice recap out of there. It can also do it with Zoom and that kind of thing, but this has been super handy. I like that you can pop it on the back of your phone, and then grab a recording and do a AI recap after, which is cool. So probably not telling you guys anything you don't know. But Rachel, good to see you. Yeah, I will miss you at Mach 5. I saw your message the other day, so hope you're feeling better. So Roy Dahl is here, the original home slice. Good to see you. Yeah, what is happening? Whoo, Tuesday. What's going on today, guys? Who's got a win? Everybody got a win they want to share? Yeah, it's happening. All kinds of stuff going on. Yeah. Well, Dave Howard says yes. Good. Christy is here. Good to see you, Christy. What is going on? Yeah. Well, listen. Been talking about trying to live more intentionally since for the last couple weeks, really, but mostly since all the effed up stuff happened. Between school shootings and Charlie Kirk and the poor woman, the 23-year-old woman on the rail train. Just some messed up stuff. So tried to say, hey, where can I have a little more impact? And I just figured I'd talk about living more intentionally. And part of that is my title for today's talk. It's protecting your mindset from negativity. Okay. So what you feed grows, right? Guarding those inputs. We want to make sure that we're taking care of our mindset, guys. Mindset's like a garden. If you don't protect it, the weeds take over, right? You don't weed that garden, right? Clean it out. And right now, negativity's everywhere. It's on the news, so social media in particular, right? Even in some conversations around us, you ever have anybody try to drag you into that political abyss, and you're hanging onto the door frame? You're like, I'm not going. And you're like, yeah. Or they'll say something that's heavily slanted one way or the other, and you're like, they're trying to figure out where you land, and you just kind of say, so, boy, whew, boy, look at the weather, huh? you know, if you want to live intentionally, you got to protect the mind, right? Because the mind is a terrible thing. What was that comedy show? The mind is a terrible thing. Get rid of that junk that steals your peace, guys. Um, if you think about it, how many times you open up your social media and somebody's got to blast something at you, right? I'd rather stop my morning with something positive. I just would. Right. And while we're talking about social, you don't have to um, unfriend and block somebody. You can just unfollow, you could just unfollow and, you don't need to see their stuff. I've just routinely done that over the past year or so. And if somebody's, just constantly being negative, I'm out. It's not what I'm looking for out of my social media experience. Okay. um, limiting views and, a social feed that's curated, it's just all that, right? Try starting your morning with a different view. So, well, thanks, Rachel. I appreciate it. Because that negativity stuff's dangerous, right? It can just be draining, right? It's like somebody drilling holes in your boat and you don't see it. Um, and it can shape your perspective if you're spending a great deal of time around a person that's that way, right? Repeated negativity and negative conditions, just drain you as well, right? Something's always negative, right? It also conditions your brain to expect the worst, right? Over time, it just becomes our default lens, like just negativity, right? Where's it come from? Media, um, social, the media, the media is the news, whatever station you listen to, it's going to be negative, probably fear driven headlines. Comparisons, the thief of joy. So there's a lot of that on social, right? Um, so unhealthy debates, right? Ending with somebody flipping someone else off, right? Oh, we'll have to just agree to disagree. Okay, good. And then just the relationships in your life, right? People who drain you instead of lift you up. Dave Howard says, "I'll develop myself in a positive manner." Starts the first sentence in the martial arts student creed. Yeah, I'll develop myself in a positive manner, right? And I would say conduct yourself in a positive manner as well would be a great add to that. Yeah, how do you guard it, guys? How do you get away from this stuff? Check your inputs, right? If your TV wasn't working, you'd reach around the back and check the inputs, right? So if you're getting some negativity, check where it's coming from, and ask yourself, does this fuel me or drain me? Pretty simple answer. If it drains you, we got to get rid of it, right? We got to patch the boat. And then you want to remove it, but you don't want to just remove it. You want to replace it as well. Okay. Hey, instead of watching the news and just get negative, hey, maybe I'm going to pick up a new podcast and listen to that. Okay. Um, maybe if you're in your car and driving along, instead of listening to all the crap, maybe put something on that's got a little positive slant to it. Get yourself in a better space, right? Get away from the people that are complaining and get with the people that are grateful. Okay. Call them out, Dave says. Yeah. And then protect your morning. Speaking of morning, good morning, Josh Baker. What's happening? Protect your morning. Start your day with something positive before the noise hits. Just start with something positive. And you can actually over time um, use that algorithm, the algorithm, wherever it is. You continue to delete and step away from the negativity on your feed, you're going to start seeing the good stuff. And only look at the good stuff, right? Because I looked at some product online the other day, and now for the next 400 years, I'm going to get an ad for it every time I open my thing. So, it hones in on you. So, whatever you're looking at, you're going to get more of. So, I would challenge you guys for the next day or so. Hey, maybe it's just the next 24 hours, right? Do a negativity audit. See what's going on. Write down one source of negativity that you could reduce or cut out. What would be a source of negativity you could cut out? Okay. and one positive input to replace it with. Remember, we don't just remove, we replace. Okay. Fill that hole with something good. Okay. I challenge you to share it in the comments. It doesn't have to be right now. Maybe come back later today and grab this feed and say, oh, yeah, I remember what he was saying this morning. I'm going to pop in what I'm doing. So, yeah. Aaron on Instagram says, audit your social media. You can control who influences you. Yeah. And take a look at what your kids are looking at, too. That might be a little scary, right? So, guys, you can't always control what's happening in the world, right? Rarely, right? But you can control what you allow into your mind. So protect your mindset and protect your peace. Yeah. Wendy says the news. Read a book that uplifts. Perfect. Yeah. I rarely will turn the TV on in the morning. This morning I did, incidentally. I don't know why. I just popped it on, but we don't watch a lot of it. If something's happening, I'll turn it on. But protect your mindset, guys. Go out and do the walk. Go shut the shit off. Get away from the phone. Okay. And take care of, as I've said before, that 3-foot box, 3x6 box around you. Focus on the piece of pavement in front of you and look around and see who it is maybe that you can be a positive influence on, and stop saying can't when you really can. That's right, Dave Howard. Dave, we got to set up a time when you can come on. I want to just get you on here for one of my daily lives. So let me know when you got some time. Okay. Get you on as a guest. Stop staring at that bald guy. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about the role of hope in moving forward, all right? Because hope is the fuel that keeps us going, right? We got to have a little hope, right? We're the best country in the world, absolute best country in the world, even when we're screwed up, okay? On vacation next week. Well, hit me up after that. That's fine, too, because we're in Houston all week. So, Jose Sebastian, good to see you, my friend. Are you coming to Mach 5, Jose? We'd love to see you. Yeah, reach out to me. DM me. I want to hook you up. We'd love to see you there. So drop in one source of negativity that you're going to cut out this week or cut back on. You know, maybe it's busting chops with guys at work, or maybe it's twisting the knife in the ribs of somebody on the other side of the aisle just for sport. And say, well, how can I take that energy and maybe do a little bit of good with it? And then tag someone who helps you stay positive when things get tough. Drop it in the feed. You know, maybe there's somebody here that you've connected with, or somebody in the summit group that you've connected with. Okay. So speaking of groups, I'll be hosting the Daily Sales Accelerator call again today. Bubba was on tap, but he's got to go have one of those MRI things on his back to see how things are coming along and see if they can figure out what the next step to his recovery is. So he's had quite a road with that back injury and back surgery, and he's got more hardware in there than you could shake a stick at. So anyway, good luck to Bubba if you're watching, or if you watch later. Hope it goes well. And yeah, I'll be on the Daily Sales Accelerator. We're going to talk about objection handling today. Okay. And we're going to talk about objections, identifying objections as buying signals. Okay. There's more to this sales game, guys, than you think. Okay. There is. Yes, I do. Right. There's more to this sales game than you think, right? It took me a long time to realize, oh, there's actually a method of the madness here, right? So tune in 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. If you don't have a link to check out the Daily Sales Accelerator, Wendy will pop that in the chat. Guys, get on there. We'll give you 7 days free. Check it out. If you want to join, we'd love to have you. You can do like a yearly membership. It's pretty cool. There's that link right there. Boy, she's good. And we'll get you involved. It's a great place to start in the Rosenberg communities. And if you want to talk about coaching or how we might be able to help you with your business beyond that, we'd love to have that conversation too. So DM me if you'd like to do that. And of course, we're in our last week push for Mach 5. When's the last time you did something spontaneous? All right. You've been listening to us talk about it for the last 3 months here. That ends on Wednesday, next Wednesday. We got just a week left of me talking about Mach 5. But got a bunch more tickets out yesterday, which is great. And getting people in the room. So you heard Steve talk yesterday about how passionate he is about who's coming, and he's working on his presentation every day. I'm working on mine. And these guys are just going to bring the fire. So it's going to be great. I'd love to have you guys get in the room. If you have a financial constraint, let me know. So there you go, Bubba. This morning I watched you live. You wait, is that the negativity you're gonna get? That backfired. Yeah, that's why he has to have an MRI. He watched my live this morning. So yeah, we'd love to have you there. And you know, if I for some reason can't help you, Bubba can help you as well. Steve has enlisted our help to get people in the room and focus on maybe somebody that you know that didn't pull the trigger, okay, and dig into why and what it would take. And I always say to people, what would have to happen? You know, what would have to happen to get you in the room? Well, I would have what would have to happen to be able to get that done? Then we just kind of peel that onion back, see if we can't make it happen. Okay. We want that event to be the time you look back at and go, that was it right there. When I finally believed those guys and went to that event and sat there for a couple of days and listened and got my eyes opened and then came home and implemented, that was the difference. Okay. That was the difference. Bubba says he's cutting back on busting me this week. Good. Well, it'll still be significant. I love you, buddy. Don't forget to check out the Live Like Jet Foundation. That's the benefactor of our casino night on Thursday of next week. So all proceeds go to the Live Like Jet Foundation, aimed at getting kids into trade school that might not otherwise be able to go. So, yeah, the link to grab tickets is right there. Wendy's done a great job of getting them up. They're in the feed. If you need a hotel, there's that. Bubba also has room in his room. He can take at least 12. So yeah, check out those links, guys. Yeah, you won't regret it. Jason Rector got his ticket last night. I noticed that. So you might now say that even the cool cats are coming. So yeah, and hey, talked to Bailey last night. She's kicking ass, taking names with her social media business. She and her friend Abby are doing big things with _Datey on Instagram. Check that out. Shoot them a follow. THE_Datey, DATEY. I like to promote those guys. They're doing great stuff, getting singles together in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They pulled off an event at Billy Bob's the other night. They had an event at the Village, 1,200 people there. They buying out a section at the Dallas Mavericks. She sent me a picture of her and Abby standing right in the middle of that arena the other day with nobody else in it, meeting with the Dallas Mavericks. So super proud of her and Abby and what they're doing. So pretty cool. So shoot them a follow. That's Abby's page that called the Datey, _DATEY. Check it out. Shoot them a follow. Share their shit, as I always say. Share my shit. Nobody's sharing my shit lately. Come on. We got to reignite the hashtag SBS, share Bob's shit. So anyway, guys, I got to run, got things to do. Check out Tyler Kirk's website as well, Legacy Media. If you're tired of your site, it's not acting as it should, which is as a conversion tool. If it's not acting that way or operating that way, give Tyler a call, get on his schedule. So Bubba says, I'll be herding cats all week, I guess, with the cool cats. Yeah. And don't forget, if you're asking yourself, you know, you're a little bit lost and you don't know what to do, WWBD. What would Bubba do? All right. You had to read that in there. Guys, it's been fun. I appreciate you. We're going to hit the pavement here for a little bit, and then I'll be on the DSA at 9:30, 10:30 Central. And then I'll be working on my presentation today. And also spending a great deal of time today on the back end of the Rosenberg client journey in the curriculum that Steve and I are working hard at putting this together. We're going to be rolling out some of it at Mach 5. But beginning 2026, got a lot of great programs and a real clear path, whether you're, 0 to $1 million, $1 million to $5 million, $5 million to 10 million, or 10 and above. So we're putting some rhymes to the reason here, and excited about it. Happy to be working with Steve to put this stuff together. So guys, have a great day. Get out, move around. The weather's great here in Southern Maine. Love y'all. Take care. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. We're out of here. Bye.